Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Hey, out.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Uses the stiff arm. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin the drive with Hill. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A man who missed all of 20. Dobbins hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Calais Campbell on the stop. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 31, Tua got a man complete to Cedric Wilson, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A legacy player in the NFL, Cedric Wilson, 602 yards last season, nearly beat his father's best season when he played in the league. The Miami Dolphins, they're betting that Wilson can surpass not only his dad, but become a big-time player in their revamped passing game. Nice catch there for a first down. Well, they've got man coverage on. My scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Tua. Wilson snags it left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 29. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
10 seconds.
From the 31, Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Bro, 52. Green jack.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 1 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down. And he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They'll start here with Gaskin.
And he stopped immediately there. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And some room to roam now. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season. The sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, what's here?
Here's Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Ravens 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Oh, that's into double coverage in it.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now.
Tua. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins.
His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Tua going to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua going to look deep for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Dolphins. Myles Gaskin from 17 yards out.
And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 4. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's Isabella open on the right side. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd down and 3.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On third and long, it's Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right.
This pass complete to Melton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. That ball complete to Isabella. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. To the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
2 and now on 1st down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down at 4.
Now Tua.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And a completion to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and 1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Running on first down with Gasket.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Play action, now it's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's running 11 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Play action. It's Jackson. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Down to about the 37. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now they run the option on second down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Well, this drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's Tua.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the